everyone, Mason is with us today, so if there is a little bit of noise in the background, then you know why. So anyways, today is again one of our episodes for the urban sketching at home. So today I grabbed this, I'm not sure what it is called, but it's, you know, one of those heavy kind of weight downs for, I don't know, for paper or for your desk. I am going to be a little bit adventurous today and use the Peerless watercolors, which I have featured in one of the videos, or actually two-part videos this week, and I want to give it a go, and I really don't know what to expect, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it will be good for you to see them in action as well. So my Jane Davenport journal hasn't been actually used since last Friday's episode, so I'm happy to take it out again and get some work done today. So it's getting nice and thick, and I am more than halfway through now, which is exciting. I love finishing journals and then doing a flip through for you. So I'm just going to grab those watercolors, and they are sitting in my where are they? Here in my Mr. Darcy. I'm thinking I'll just probably use them from here. I won't need to take them out or anything. So let me see, there is a color. I'm just going to match a few colors from the this green looks quite nice right here for those green dots in the butterfly wings. Yeah, that's probably the best green, so I'll use that green, and let's see what else I should use. The oranges are quite nice over here, so this gamboge yellow, yes, I'll use that one. And let's pick something brownish. This Bismarck brown actually looks perfect right here, so I'll pick that as well, and that is pretty much it. So I'm going to use a very limited color palette, and I'll probably use neutral tint in some cases to add some shadow. So I'm going to start by just drawing out the butterfly. You can see it perfectly, but I can't because I'm trying to peek at it. The whole idea of urban sketching at home is that we do very quick movements and pretend we're outside in the nature and seeing this thing, this beautiful butterfly, and that's what we're doing. But we're doing it at home instead, because some of us are mums, some of us are just plain busy women or men, and yeah, and we want to also participate in the urban sketching and not be excluded or discriminated from it. So I'm just going to roughly sketch out the body at this point. I have to say I'm really happy that majority of you are really enjoying these this series, and I'm really happy to hear that, because that's the whole idea of it, is just to enjoy the process of watercoloring. So I'm going to look at the most important, or the kind of parts that are really standing out, because like I said, I'm not going to spend time on the details here. Okay, so that should be it. I'm going to leave it at that, and then the rest will be watercolors. Okay, wish me luck. So I'm going to grab my Pentel watercolor brush, and the reason is that I don't mind the bristles getting a little bit damaged or stained, and that is why. Okay, I'm going to start with this green. I'm just picking it up from here like so and just going in. So by the way, oh, I went into dark green, never mind, I'll try to work with it. I read on the Mason, it's not right time now, wait a second. So sorry if I did it off camera, I just added the light green into here. So I was saying that I read on the packaging of the Peerless Complete Edition that they recommend to work really quickly with their watercolors to achieve the best result, so to speak. And the more you try to work with it and go back to it, the more you can create mess. So this is what I'm trying to do. I mean, you can see how super bright these are, but what I like is that I still can get like a blended effect as well. So here I'm going in with the darkest, and then I'm going to, so although they're quite staining, you still have quite a bit of time to work with them. No, Mason. And so I'm just going to add a bit of darkening over there. So now let's go into this brown, which is Bismarck brown, and see if I can get any watercolor effects over here. So here the watercolor has dried a little bit, so it's not doing a great job, but let me just try and work with it as much as I can, and I'm going to do that. I want to see also how glazing works with these watercolors, and whether I can create sort of layers, although I don't think they recommend doing that, but it's just out of my own curiosity. Okay, now I'm going to, they dry really fast, so blending and things like that is a little bit challenging. I'm going to go back into this brown and then just try to mimic whatever is going on here in these butterfly wings. I'm going to create a little bit more darkness here, and I'm trying to use my watercolor brain and use them like I would use watercolor, although you very quickly realize that it's not an easy process. So I'm just going to create these dark looking circles around the bits right here, and probably just kind of add a little bit of this. And if you work really quick, you can get the color to move, but you have to be really quick at it. And then let's see, I just missed a point here. Okay, so just for fun, I'm going to try and add marigold yellow to this and see how glazing would work. So I'm just darkening some of these areas and emphasizing. Okay, I'm going to add the same color to this brown just to make it a touch more interesting, because I don't like what's going on here. So I'm just going to go off-piste. Now it's starting to look a little bit more interesting. And let's see if I'm going to add this lovely yellow just around here. I can actually, interestingly enough, get the color to move a little bit as well. So that's nice. But mind you, I have messed up my marigold yellow now. So I'm just going to go in and clean it up a little bit. So that is that, a little bit around it here, and that's kind of looking a bit better. Okay, I'm going to also add some of it in these places just to break down that brown, not the most attractive color. And let's see, I think I'm going to add olive green into this, just a tiny bit. Don't want it to be, oh, actually picked up there more than I thought. That's okay, I'm just going to play with it and move it around a little. So now onto the body of the butterfly, and the eyes are nice and black, so I'm going to do that. And then this part is like sort of browny, but to be honest with you, I don't really like that, so I'm just going to do my own thing. And I think that looks a lot better. I'm also going to take a touch of it and just really use it as a shadow. Just a little bit, just to break down this brown bit, which I don't think I've done a great job painting it. So I like that you can use it quite lightly as well. So I'm going to go back into this brown and actually just try and pull it out a bit more, like so. And that way at least it won't look too much of a brown spot here. So I'm just going to do that and try to blend it out as much as I can, because it is, you can go back and move it around a little bit at least. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm just going to move this color slightly a bit more here, and okay, I think that's it. I quite like the look of it. Something is, to my liking, is missing. I'm not sure entirely what. Trying to look at it and figure out, but at the same time I don't want it to start looking overdone, so I'm just going to bring in a little bit more of that dark here, just as a contrast, like that, and then probably add a bit more shadowing on this side as well. Does that make sense? There you go. Just move it out a fraction, and that makes it a bit more dark on that side. And I think I will leave it at that, and just maybe actually tiny bit of darkness on the wings here and there, just to again play with the light and depth, and that actually is looking rather nice. I might do the same on here. It's all about a very light touch with these watercolors, and it makes it quite fun actually to use. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing on the other side, just to create a little bit more of an interest and breakdown. And I think, looking at the camera, a little touch around here, and that should be it. Okay, so that's my butterfly for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and there'll be a few close-ups at the end of the video. See you soon. That's not Michael Jackson, by the way, that's Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah.